Now, if you're one of those people that have always thought that the JBL Extreme is an extremely big speaker, you might want to rethink that, because this is the JBL BOOMBOX, a lot bigger than the Extreme, coming in with about 11.5 pounds. It's the newest addition to JBL's line of portable Bluetooth speakers. Hey, what's up tube? Willington here and welcome to another video. Now, my son is downstairs running around, so if you hear something in the background of a little kid, just kind of ignore that. Finally, I have my hands on the JBL BOOMBOX. I've been waiting for a long time and it's taken forever to get my speaker in, but I finally have it. We're going to be taking a close look at it, see what features we get with it, listen to some sound samples to get a little feel of how it sounds like. Starting with the appearance or design of the speaker, it looks a lot like a blown up version of the JBL Extreme. Same shape, same fabric, two huge PRs on both sides of the speaker with just an addition of a handle. It looks a lot like the designers were too lazy to come up with a new design of the speaker. So unless they're trying to tell us that this is what's replacing the JBL Extreme, which I would not be a big fan of that, because I feel like we do need at least something in between the Charge 3 and this new big boom box. So there should be something in between there. You cannot get rid of the Extreme if that's your thinking. And also I want to ask you the same thing. Would you be fine with JBL getting rid of the Extreme just to go from Charge 3 to the boombox, or are you with me here? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. So just like with the Extreme, this is a directional speaker, which means being in front of it will give you the best sound experience. The boombox also has an IPX7 rating, which means it's completely waterproof. You can submerge it into water and that will cause no harm to the speaker at all. And in addition to that, it can float. So if you're out and about on a lake or something like that in a pool and it dropped in, it won't be going to the bottom, so you won't have to dive down to the bottom to get it. It will stay floating on top, so that's always a nice touch. In front of the speaker at the very bottom, we find the battery indicator lights. Above that, the JBL logo, just like on all their other speakers. And just above that are the control buttons. Your Bluetooth pairing button, volume rockers, the power button, the Connect Plus button, and at last, the play, pause, skip button. And right around the corner at the back is where you will find your new button that you will be using to switch between the indoor and outdoor mode. Hiding behind this flap is your audio jack, two 5 USB ports for charging your power-hungry devices, and right in between them is a service port, which you probably won't be using it for anything except for JBL or whoever services your speaker. And lastly, at the very end is a 20-volt charging port for recharging your speaker. And before you put this thing into water, expose it to water, you should always make sure this flap is sealed tight. If you didn't know that, you are welcome. Inside, the speaker is running Bluetooth 4.2, has two 4-inch woofers and two 20mm tweeters with a total power output of 60 watts. The boombox also has an FR rating that goes as low as 50 Hz, which is really good. Although I was kind of expecting something a little bit lower than that. And all of this is being powered by a 20,000 mAh rechargeable battery. That is huge. It takes about 6.5 hours to fully recharge if it's fully drained, and depending on how you use it, you can get up to 24 hours of play time. Now, the Extreme had so many problems when it came to charging, like the charging system had so many problems, so I'm hoping that they fixed all of that with this boombox, because I will not be happy. But time always tells, so let's give it some time. So just like the Flip 4 and the Pulse 3, the JBL BOOMBOX is also Connect Plus enabled. You can amplify your listening experience by wirelessly connecting more than 100 JBL Connect Plus enabled speakers. You can connect them using the button here or using the JBL app. Speaking of the app, with the BOOMBOX, when you go into the app, you have an option to disable those annoying startup tones. Finally, we can do that. If they can only allow that to be done to all of their other speakers, they will have a lot of happy customers. But it's JBL, they probably don't even care. You can also use the app to switch between indoor and outdoor mode if the speaker is far away from you, which is kind of nice. Speaking of which, how about we play some sample music? I think we should. I'll be switching in between indoor and outdoor mode, and then depending on the weather outside, we can go outside and listen to a couple songs play in the outdoors. I'll be using a high quality binaural microphone to record this, so for the best experience, please use headphones.
Playing hard till it's finished, and then some. But we ain't scared, we prepared for anything. You heard right that the earth is mine.
Okay guys, so I've been wanting to film this video for the past 2 days, and every time I get out the weather gets pretty bad. And right now, right after setting up and getting ready to start, the rain just started raining and it's really windy. So I don't know, I mean, I could probably do it in the rain so you guys can kind of experience that and hear how it sounds like, but the weather has turned around again on me, so I don't know. Let's play one song maybe. Let's just listen to one song with this kind of wind and kind of rainy and hear how that sounds in the outdoor mode, and maybe in the next couple of videos that I will be doing, maybe comparing it to other speakers, we can listen to it and actually hear how it sounds like I'm outside in a more calm weather. So I'm really sorry, but I can't control the weather, so we're gonna have to bear with me in this one. Stay tuned. I gotta say, I'm really sorry guys about that outdoor shot. The weather has not been good for the past pretty much the entire week, so, and I've been putting off the videos for the past 2 days just so I can get the outdoor shots, but I just couldn't keep putting off the video, so I just had to go with that, and I'm hoping that it at least give you an idea of how the speaker sounds despite of all the noise and a little bit of rain and a lot of wind. So I at least hope that at least give you an idea of how the speaker sounds like outdoors. Anyways, coming back to the indoors, this thing is pretty loud, so I don't really see anybody playing this at 100% volume inside, unless you're actually having a party inside and you need something loud to go to dance to. But outside I can see it going to 100%, but inside, yeah, like I said, unless you're having a party, I don't think you'll ever crank it up to 100%. It gets pretty loud. As far as sound quality, you're not getting a flat sound. The best you get when playing in indoor mode goes deeper, like it's lower on the frequency curve, but it's not as loud. But when you turn on the outdoor mode, you get a loud bass, but that's because they have boosted the upper bass there, so it's louder. It feels like it's a lot louder, but it's actually doesn't go as deep as the indoor mode does go. And you can hear this if you go back and listen to those samples that we played and just listen to the kicks in those songs. I don't know, a couple songs, when you listen to the kicks, you can actually hear that you're hearing a deeper bass when the kick drops. But when you go to the outdoor mode, the bass is louder, but it's just the upper bass, and you don't hear that heavy bass when you're playing in outdoor mode. The mids are a little bit suppressed in both modes, and the upper highs are they sound a little bit weird, like they're suppressed or something like that. Not very right, but it's not something that's so noticeable, so for a regular listener they probably won't even tell that difference at all. If you ask me, the overall sound is not mind-blowing, but it's not bad. I might have also set my expectations a little bit too high considering the price and the size of the thing. So I was expecting a little bit more than that. If you're a bass lover and you only care about the bass, you're probably not going to be disappointed. But if you're someone looking for clean, balanced music, you might have to play around with the EQ in order to achieve what you're looking for. Sony and most of other manufacturers will usually lower the bass as the volume of the speaker goes up and do the opposite as the volume goes down. But JBL is doing next to none of that, which means even at maximum volume, you're going to be getting a significant amount of bass coming out of the speaker. Now, this is also kind of bad because those highs get even harsher when you are at maximum volume, most especially if you are indoors. But also when you're listening to low volume, the speaker still doesn't boost the bass, so you will still be listening. It does not sound like a big speaker or sound like any other tiny speaker that's playing. So I feel like they should have at least lifted up the bass a little bit as the volume went down, at least in the 30% volume or something like that. Otherwise, it sounds small when your volume is low, and when your volume is all the way up, it sounds like a big speaker. So I don't know. Okay, so I think I've covered everything. If there's anything that you'd like to know about the boombox, well, just let me know down in the comment section there. And I know you guys probably really want to see this against the JBL Extreme, and yes, I'm gonna be working on that video. But if there is any other speakers that you'd like to see battle against the boombox, let me know in the comment section below. If you've not subscribed, you kind of need to, because you will be missing out on the upcoming videos. So make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed so you don't miss out on the upcoming videos. Most especially if you're requesting a video down there, make sure you subscribe, because that's the only way that you will know when I upload your requested video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure you leave it a like. That way other people will find it and hopefully our community will grow here. Thank you very much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.